What's good, guys? Just Prince TV here. I want to talk to you about none other than the Dirty South. Okay? Now, as a New Yorker that I am, coming up, being raised in Queens, all over New York, and, I growed up on that gutter, lyrical hip hop, the very essence of hip hop. But something changed with rap music around the year 2000s. That era will forever be synonymous with me because that's the era where people were saying hip hop is dead. That's the era when people were saying rap music, West Coast, East Coast ain't the same no more because you got these people from down south not only taking all the record sales, not only hogging up all the videos, not only being the only artist pushing units the most. They introduced something brand new to hip hop. It was like a silly rap, goofy rap, all right? Down south ruined hip hop from a lyrical standpoint. But question is to a lot of you guys, did down south, rather it was the ATL, Memphis, all these places down south, did they ruin hip hop for you? Because for me, they really hurt hip hop. I remember when I was watching that whole bling bling era, right? And largely that was in part because of down south. You had Lil Wayne and Blang Blang, all them other guys. We couldn't hear a damn thing what they were saying. They sounded like they were drunk. They sounded like they was mumbling. And the raps was just flat out corny. The beats, some of them was hot, but the grills in their mouth, they introduced a whole wave of hip hop, a whole culture of hip hop, Dirty South. And you had music like Hustle and Flow, movies coming out in that era, whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. I ain't gonna lie. That beat was sick. Okay? The way he was coming up and you felt his pain and struggle and I liked that. But what I didn't like was what you did to hip hop. You basically turned it into a joke. You destroyed hip hop. From my point of view. Because you expanded hip hop a little bit. And I understand hip hop has to grow. And you tuck hip hop into more picket fence neighborhoods, more lighter, fair skinned neighborhoods, so to speak. Something that a couple of guys in the 90s and 80s couldn't do. Okay, hip hop was pretty much grounded and it was very taboo that it only really reached it Latino and black cultures to a certain extent for a long time, right? Then it started to grow. It started to become commercialized, But you killed hip hop because the quality of music you putting out was trash. No lyrics, catchy choruses, but a catchy chorus is not real hip hop. Some of your beats was whack. All right. The only good thing about the Dirty South was that you expanded hip hop. Okay. I give you props for that. And you showed us what life was down south. Because a lot of brothers, such as myself, coming from New York, we didn't know you guys get down like that in Dirty South. The pimping, the minks, the pimp cups, the whole culture. Talking like, what's up, man? What y'all doing, man? Walter, you heard, man? Okay, you guys had a whole different culture down there, man. And we back in New York, we listening to the way you guys talk. We used to laugh at guys that come from the South. Period. We used to thought people from the South was slow, but you guys kind of made it cool to be talking the way that you talk and getting away with it, so I give you kudos and props for that, but there's a but. The quality of music just was bad. Okay, this was kind of before trap music a little bit. Trap music came later on in the generation. But you just had the, just the corniness of the South, man. It was just really weird. And it was just something that I really personally think it killed the creativity in hip hop. Because a lot of things in hip hop is trendy. So a lot of guys tend to jump boat in New York and West Coast mimicking South cats. And we like, we New York. We can't be sounding like the South, just because the South was getting money at the time. Because New York is, hip hop is always a trending thing. It always goes from place to place. And all I ask is, when it hits your town and it hits your city, represent for it right, okay? Just please keep some of the core essence to hip hop there. And I think the Dirty South didn't do that. I think they got better as time go along from the 2010s. But the 2000s, when you first came onto the scene, you first got hot, you killed hip hop. What do you think about the Dirty South when it pertains to hip hop? Just Prince TV out. Peace.